Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and the new Nigeria is possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on your time zone. Today, we've come again to have a discussion on what is happening in Nigeria. As usual, we are the credible opposition from the Obidient Family TV that brings you about the current information on what is happening in Nigeria. Let's start with the one that is trending, especially as Tinubu has gone ahead, has purchased the presidential jet that we are all talking about. Recall that the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, had once said that the senators are not aware and no document has been sent to them via the presidency that allows them to know that the FG information of getting the presidential jet is before them. But now we can confirm through different platforms, including a tweet from Sowore, that states clearly that while they are telling Nigerians to exercise patience, that Tinubu already bought $100 million presidential jet and configured it with some 50 million and it's ready for delivery. That one is coming from Sowore, and of course we believe that has gone through. That is a violation of the Procurement Act that was not stipulated. Now, we'll also be discussing about what the police are saying about the nationwide end governance protest that is happening, because all the youths in Nigeria is gearing up for an end governance, bad governance protest. But now police has come out through a Daily Post publication today that states that the police has banned protests in Abuja and issues a stern warning to different functions that are actually doing that. And again, coming at this very hour, we also have the police who are calling youths of Nigerian criminals. The people who are supposedly protesting for the hunger and the starvation that is happening in Nigeria, they are now being called criminals. That is how it started in Kenya. Kenya president called them criminals, and at the end of the day has to apologize. Now, police has come out in a nationwide broadcast press conference to state that Nigerian youths who are planning on a peaceful protest and bad governance protest, hungry day protest, to say that they are criminals. That will be bringing on. Now, of course, we'll not fail also to inform you that the federal government has distributed 20 trucks of 5 kg rice to stem the hunger in the land. You can imagine, do the calculation of how many bags, 5 kg bags, is it to appease the youths who are angry. And of course, we are going to bring you the reactions as the youths are angry with all what is happening in Nigeria and are gearing up towards that very particular end bad governance protest. We are going to bring that. And with me to have all these very discussions today, I have Mercy in the studio and of course, Reverend Edon Kenny joining us on Zoom.
Good evening, viewers. Thank you for joining us.
As you are joining us, please like, share, and subscribe so that we get this started. To start this very properly, before we get to the, let's even get to the reactions of the youths about what is happening in Nigeria and the end bad governance, the issue of the rice that is being distributed through the state governor that is going nowhere, where we talk about a state that has over 5 million residents, and of course, if we are looking at the less privileged, we'll be looking at 1 million. But right now, the 5 kg bag of rice that federal government said it has sent to the states is nothing but over about 24,000 5 kg bag of rice that will not last a family for 2 weeks eating directly. Let's first get the reaction of youth before we go into what the federal government through the Minister of Information has to say about all of this. Let's get the anger youths, the youths who are angry and moving forward, telling others that they must proceed on a peaceful and bad governance protest. Let's start with this discussion while we wait for that very video, because we had that very space where people spoke so much. The youths being very angry, of course, spoke their mind. So we want to bring that out for everybody to say. But what do you think about this very rice thing that is actually making more people to be angry?
I mean, are you giving the youths rice? Rice that will last for how many weeks? How many?
5 kg.
I don't even understand. Is the rice going to solve the hunger problem in the country? I think the government, they are trying to shut the youths up and indirectly trying to tell the youths not to protest.
Is it a bribe?
Of course it is. If you actually reason it properly, of course it is. But what I'm still saying is that the youth must protest. We must mount the streets to exercise our anger and our
Having
rights.
a peaceful protest is a constitutional right.
Of course.
Why would police come out in Abuja and say that they are, saying that they are banning protests? How can you ban something that is a constitutional right for somebody, except, of course, you said it's violence or is being instigated by people who are violent? If
not corruption, what else are we going to call this act? For a police officer to come to a press conference and say that people that are protesting for their fundamental rights, that they are criminals. You recall in the past that Tinubu had called out people to come and protest in the past and had told the police on a tweet that the people are protesting for your own rights. So I wonder why police will come out and call the people who are planning for the peaceful protest to be criminals. Honestly, there is no point in it, and there is no truthfulness in whatever thing they are saying. People that are protesting for their rights, I mean, they are protesting peacefully. The Nigerian youths are protesting, and they are advertising for a peaceful protest, which is their constitutional right to protest and exercise their anger towards the hardship or whatever thing that is going on in the country. So police coming out to call them criminals or call them some sort of names is actually very, very inappropriate. And at the end of the day, Nigerian youths must protest. Going back to the issue of rice, let's even listen to what the FG spokesperson has to say about the rice first before we get to the protest, because I think this very rice of a thing is actually making the youth more angry than ever before. Let's take a listen how they provided about these 20 trucks of rice per state that is not even enough to go to anywhere. Let's take a listen.
Each of the state governors has received 20 trucks of rice for onward distribution to the most vulnerable. This is a first step, and government will continue, the federal government will continue to support all the state governors, the local government, all the subnationals, so that the hardship being experienced by most Nigerians in terms of shortage of food supply is bridged. Government will continue to do whatever it takes to ensure that Nigerians have enough food to eat. Of course, you also know some of the interventions that the federal government has done in the agricultural sector, boosting our own capacity to produce food, not just for our domestic consumption, but also possibly for export. And government will continue to do that. We know that this will not solve the problem entirely, but this is a necessary first step that it has taken, and government will continue to do that. And you can see the speed with which the federal government has ensured that this is done. Now, what we want to say is the federal government also wants to appeal to the subnationals to ensure effective distribution of these food items so that those that are most vulnerable have access to this commodity.
That is the Minister of Information using 5 kg of rice to see how they could be able to stop protesters going to the street between the 1st to the 10th of August 2024. Let's see how that plays out. Talking about how many trucks are right. Let's now hear the reaction of youths as this has angered them. They are demanding that fuel now should go down to 100 naira, not even the 160 naira that they made it. Let's listen to that particular video where the youths are really reacting about this very protest and gearing up to make sure that that very protest must happen between the 1st of August and up to the 10th of August. That means it will be going sequentially in each of these states. And of course, if you are not hungry, don't come out to protest. But if you are hungry and you are in Nigeria, of course, come out and have a peaceful protest because that is your right. Let's listen to that very space.
Hungry day, hungry day, Tinubu, Wike, Shatima, Yakubu, hungry day, hungry day, hungry day, Tinubu, Shatima, Wike, Yakubu, Shatima, hungry day, hungry day, hungry day, hungry day, Tinubu, Shatima, Wike, hungry day, hungry day, Tinubu, Shatima, Wike, Wala, Yakubu, hungry day, hungry day, brother hungry day, sister hungry day, auntie hungry day, uncle hungry day, brother hungry day.
While we wait for the production team to get the actual video where the youths are reacting to all of this, let me quickly reach our own well-meaning Nigerian Obidient on Zoom. Reverend Pete, welcome to Obidient Family and Hope Alive program. Please, let's start with the issue of this very rice and then being distributed across the street. Tell us your opinion on it as youths are reacting on that. And of course, we also want you to chook your mouth on the issue of the presidential jet that is said to be waiting to arrive Nigeria, not minding that it has not been appropriated according to God's will at Abuja at least. So give us your opinion on this distribution of right that they believe that it is not just going to reduce the hunger in the land, but is going to help Nigerians. What are your thoughts on this, Reverend Peter?
Mr. Kanu, and I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to depending on where you are watching from. And I want to say thank you to the crew that are there in the studio with you.
That is the only thing I want to do.
Good afternoon or good evening to Nigerians.
No
I want to say that
because I want the audience
Nigerians
to hear that thing.
has been too silent. Because if you look at what is happening, they are saying that they are going to give. Let me come like this. First and foremost, these people have come to understand how to fool Nigerians. Each time Nigeria get up and said, right now we are not going to tolerate any nonsense again. These people they come in with their subtlety. They have so subtle that they come with tricks because of this coming or the oncoming protest that is being programmed, and that was why these people are coming in with this kangaroo narrative that they want to give to every state. If I go by the standard of the whether Alhaji Idris or Mr. Idris, look at how do you give 20 or 20
Auntie hungry day, auntie hungry day, brother hungry day, 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 hungry day.
If you touch it
Hungry day.
and look at the number of one city, in fact, if they take that to my 3 villages, that will not be enough for them. because they are more than the numbers. If they were to share the 20 trucks, talk less of a whole local government, talking about a whole state. I just think that these people, I don't know whether I call them human animals, because they are no longer reasoning like people, like human beings, the way I look at it. Okay, if you come to this place, let me use Spain as a case study. There is no government that will want to come and give you food. But rather, they will be able to put that money into something that will make you, everyone, to benefit from it. How many people are you going to give that rice in a state? Let's say 20 vehicles of 5 kg. 5 kg that cannot last for 1 month for a family. And how long are you going to continue to provide this? You see, these people have used this poverty, the hardship, the suffering, they have used it as a weapon in order to destroy and destabilize Nigerians, so that they don't reason well any longer. And if we fail to dismantle this criminal sensibilities, you discover we will continue to be stagnant and remain in one place for a very long time. And I want to thank when I say, okay, let me say PO and the Labour Party, that they have come to open the eyes of Nigerians. Because Nigeria can now see that ethnicity is not the problem. Look at what you know what the police are doing now. The police are trying to stop the people from coming out by threatening. And I want to say to the people that are there, wherever you are in Nigeria, if you know that you want a change, come out. If you know that you are hungry, come out. If you are not satisfied with the lifestyles and the attitude of the government, they are wasteful spending, come out.
Finish. Huh?
Let them bring the whole soldiers in the barracks. Don't go back. Let us behave like the Kenyattas. The Kenyattas are not wiser. They are not more educated than we are. Now the government has went back to the Northerners. They have gone to the imams. They have given them money, because I watched one of the program yesterday when an imam was talking that the Igbos are the ones that want to protest, and that they are exceeded, that they are unbelievers, and that they should not join. That is the system that is happening in Nigeria, because that is what Tinubu, that is what he has introduced in Nigeria politics. He used religion, ethnicity as a weapon in order to confine the people, so that no one can, the unity will be destroyed. And if we fail to put aside ethnicity, if we fail to put aside our religion sentiment, then definitely this country is heading for doom. And it is my desire that everyone come back to his senses. Let us see that these people are using us. They are using Nigerians. They are using Nigerians as an instrument against Nigerians. They come with tribe, so that those in the West will say, oh, they are fighting this man because of us. Why? Are you that is there? Are you not suffering? Are you satisfied? Are you living a good life? You that is a southerner, you that is a northerner, the easterners, what life are you living? Are you satisfied? So with this, we need to come out, because this palliative, how do we even show in the first place that this palliative is going to come out? Because this government is now known as government of the newspaper, the government of electronic media, where they come out and speak everything to Nigeria to deceive them, and they go into the house, to their respective offices and their houses, and they begin to mock them.
Okay.
Pete,
let's quickly. Let's get in the reaction of youths on this, then we'll come back to finish up the conversation on in the studio, and also getting back to you. And so let's quickly get the reaction of youths, the angry youths who are speaking out about and actually warning Chief Bola Tinubu to stay clear, and also the police who had banned protests to understand that is their constitutional right and that they could not be able to take away from them. Let's take a listen to that.
We will change the leadership, everything that is called Senate, everything that came with this government, everything that came with 2023 election, we go. Everything. If one person die in this thing, everything that came with this thing, and let me tell you, this protest is not the one we will do. After 1 week, we go. We fire to the fire. We will fire to the. You see the way we have started discussing protests now. Very soon, all spaces will be hosting. 50,000 Nigerians will be on space from all over the world. The funding will be there. The lawyers will be there. If you lock up anybody, the person will be brought out. The lawyers will be there to follow up the court. Anything you want, fire to fire, money for money, anything you want. We will fund this protest more than the elections. What you saw in 2023 is child's play to what is cooking, because this is a fight for Nigerians. It is not. In fact, let me tell you people, there is nothing like party. P2B can, as far as I'm concerned, go back to UK and continue his life, because the new
P2B to start running now, so he can leave early. Tell Atiku to stay where he is.
Go back to UK and continue his life. He has tried. You know, he has done well. He opened our eyes, no problem. But the new Nigeria we are talking about, all of them, Gaskia, all of them, we no want. We go just choose one neutral person. We never touch leadership before. We never smell politics before. Carry and put there. So what we are telling you is that we are coming with a list, and I've said it. Eboji go do no now. Where my own matter is now is fuel. That first week we are starting that thing. Put fuel at 100 naira first. So that we will know whether we are dealing with animals or we are dealing with idiots. We know you people are cows already. But from that first week, as you hear Pium, bring down fuel to 100 naira first. I don't care how you want to do it. I don't know about the analysis of oil in Nigeria. Nothing concerns me with that mass. If you can buy private jet for yourself, if you can do 21 billion naira house for one person, vice president, I can buy for 100 naira. I don't know where you want to bring the money from. I don't know whether it has anything to do with production. If our production will go to 3 million barrels from that first week of protests, provided fuel sells for 100 naira in this country, I don't care. If you are not able to do fuel 100 naira, that is even demand number one. If you are not able to do, because we need fuel. From that first week, we need fuel first. We need fuel. That subsidy that you removed from day one, you will return it. And not just returning subsidy. You will make fuel 100 naira. Day one protest. Fuel 100 naira. That is what everybody in the north, south, east understand. Let's even begin to buy fuel 100 naira. That way we can now see whether we are dealing with human beings. That is the way forward. So please, we must maintain that spirit of oneness. One person die, pakam. I'm not saying police, you should not shoot. Army, I'm not saying you should not deploy. But if you deploy and shoot one person, bam, gone. Everything that happened with 2023 election, everything that we did in 2023 cancel. Senate president, House of Rep, and I have said it before, our people are languishing in IDP camps. And during this protest, we might need to fund moving all IDP camp people to the National Assembly complex. That our Senate is comfortable place where some of our people in IDP camp can at least start sleeping there for now. Because we are in this fight for our brothers languishing in the bush. We need to relocate them to House of Assembly complex because the laws that are being made there, it is not for us. It has nothing to do with us. I know that we have a bunch of charlatans and a bunch of wicked individuals. Is where a bill was said, if you are in support of Senate overseeing how money is being spent in various agencies, vote yea. If you are not in support, vote nay. They voted nay. They don't want to do anything work. All they after is allowance and salary. So our people in IDP camps need a better place. And I am suggesting, please, as we are planning this protest, we should plan on how to mobilize all IDP camps all over the country, in Jos, Northeast, Northwest. We will pay their transport. Let them come. We have a National Assembly that was built and is being renovated every year with billions with our money. The money that was used to renovate those complexes is our money. And we can decide where our people who do not have homes currently, our people cannot be sleeping under waterproof in the bush. And we have senators driving cars of 200 million. We no longer need their services. We need our people to come and sleep there. And when this protest starts, when the funding starts coming in, please, funding number one, move all IDP camps to Abuja to go and sleep. To go and sleep, they need a safe place to keep their head. They have suffered enough. Since we have decided to remember ourselves now, let us also remember them who are in the bush. And when they are in that House and Senate, Nigerians will provide what they will eat. At least we have provided shelter. We would have solved shelter. What they will eat will not be a problem. We will feed them in our National Assembly complex. We will be feeding them. And if
and foremost, thank you once again. First and foremost, no, the question of the people, the police coming up to say that they should not accept, the people should not come out. They should be very careful about that, because the reason why sometimes I don't speak is because I wish I am there present. Because I don't need somebody to spur me up if I want to do something. And once I want to come out for something, I know that my life is already in my hand, in my palm. So, and that is the kind of life that I live. Because I don't like a kind of cheating. But in this condition, look at this man. You are telling the Nigerians, Mr. Kanu, look at the workers' salary that have been debating for the past 8 months. Going to 1 year where this will enter into the office. Now, every day they shift it from one end to another, from one National Assembly to another, from one office to another, every meeting to a meeting. But when it comes to a matter of buying a private jet for Tinubu, it takes less than 2 weeks. Why? because the Nigerians are quiet? Is it because you think they cannot bite? You better be careful. Because something you think, the python that does not bite, but know that it can swallow. And when it come after you, it's going to swallow you. And you even be begging, oh, if you had bite me, I would have looked for treatment. So it is very, very important, because the National Assembly, in fact, in this protest, and what is spelled out, they must be specific. First, the man said, the fuel must be 100. Fine by me. But there must be other, because I don't want a situation where the protest will be hijacked. Because if protests have no direction, if it's not specific, if it has no objective, then people can hijack it. Now, in the case of this, let the people be very, very clear. First, the fuel must come back to 100 or 70 as it was before. And two, the Tinubu administration must dissolve all its cabinet. It must reduce them, whether I like it or not. And from there, we start. Because it's going to reach out to the National Assembly, because Akpabio himself need to come down from that seat. But if Nigerians want to achieve this, then first, they must ready. Because when you are going for this kind of protest, let you be sure that you are going to spare your life, whether it's going to be peaceful. Look, don't just think, okay, we are going to go peacefully. If you go that way, you fail. Because the police, actually, they are going to come out after you. But do not let them stop. They should not scare you. Because if we are giving this opportunity, to the police that we are afraid of death, and the government will continue to ride the Nigerians and bring suffering into their lives continuously. And it is important for us to stand up. This time, we need to be specific. We need to face the reality. This is what we want, so that it will not be hijacked. We need the fuel to come down. Even the subsidy, we don't need it, because the money is there. The money is there. Without the subsidy, the money is there to subsidize anything that the Nigerians want to subsidize. Because if the money is not there, how can this man buy a yacht? The same year, you are buying jet. Why? Because you think, look, about 20-something million you are using to renovate a house for the vice president. Building a house for somebody that is living in mansion, and people that are living in caves. You don't think about them. When there's rain, when there's sun. Look, the Nigerians need to wake up this time. If Jesus Christ said something, he said, he that want to save his life, he said he will lose it. And he that loses his life for my sake will have it. If Nigeria are afraid of death, because soldiers are going to shoot, because police are going to shoot, be ready. Because something that is worse than the police will come. It will come with hunger. It will come with hardship. People are already committing suicide. How can you buy the jet? Okay, you use about 50 million as well to refurbish it. So, and these are Nigeria's money. When it comes to matter of themselves, No, it takes a simple time. It takes a week. When they want to change the national item, it's just a matter of 1 day. But when it comes to the matter of the masses, the people that own the government, the people that matters, then nothing you can do. So it becomes something, let us see if we can do it. Let us see if we can do it. Okay, tomorrow, next tomorrow. Why? Because the people are afraid. The Nigerians should come out now. Because if they come out, let them not be, nobody should call Igbo. Nobody should call Hausa. Nobody should call Yoruba. Let Nigerians
Reverend,
come out.
let me even interject a little. Do you know that the police are calling the Nigerian youths as criminals? That the people who are coming out to protest, which is their right, that they are criminals. I need you to listen. Commissioner of Police said this in today's broadcast on a press conference that the police have. A highly placed officer who knows the law calling people who are hungry in Nigeria, who wish to express their dissatisfaction with the policies of the government, criminals, just because they have given them a timeline to correct some things before the first that they want to go and protest. That is giving them enough time for them to react. But let's take a listen to what the police said, calling Nigerian youths criminals, and we'll come back again to round up on this. Let's take a listen.
More especially in Zamfara State, we are suffering from bandit attacks in the villages. So if the cities that remain now are short, that means the whole society is short. I want to let you know that most of the people that are calling for these protests are criminals, bandits, illegal miners, armed robbers, and unemployed youths. Those who organize NSAS are still part of the people that are trying to organize this protest against the federal government. They will be joined by other forces. Militants will join, Boko Haram will join, ISIS will seize opportunity to come in. We don't have any reason whatsoever to go and start carrying placards against government.
Reverend, your final words on this. You've heard from the police commissioner who said that the people who are organizing a peaceful protest in Nigeria as a result of the hunger ravaging the land, that they are criminals. What are your thoughts on this?
Nigeria will not cease to amaze me. Nigeria will not cease to amaze me. Look at police officer. Why is it that illiterate so much in Nigeria that even when the person is on a high seat, when you expected the person to be reasonable, and that person will come out and talk like a fool? I'm sorry to use that language, because I am pissed off with the kind of cannibalistic language that come out of the mouth of those that were supposed to be protectors of lives. And this man knows very well that people in the world, I'm not talking about Nigeria because Nigeria don't have laws. There is international laws that give right to everyone to protest peacefully. Here, you go to the police, you said you are going to protest, and the police will guide you. So I don't see any reason why this man will come up to say that they are criminal. Okay, I have watched videos where Tinubu protested in the days of Jonathan. Now he is saying that Tinubu is also a criminal. So that is what he's saying. Tinubu and these people that came out to protest in the time of this man, the former president, that's Jonathan, which means that they are criminals. So if this one that have protested today, they are criminals, which means themselves, who started it, the president now, which means himself is also a criminal, because he protested against the government as at that time for this same oil subsidy and things like that. And how much was oil? In fact, how much was petrol that time when it came out to protest? How much was naira to dollars when it came out to protest? Which means that man now is a robber. So we are now saying that the police are now saying that Tinubu was a robber and a criminal when he came out to protest. So how do you call people who come out to say, I am hungry, I am not satisfied with, okay, you want Nigeria to remain where they are. These are people whom the government will just call to the office and they share small money with them, and they come out, they begin to speak like human animals, like they speak jargons. So who are you to say the Nigerians? So you are now saying you are more Nigeria than the rest because you happen to wear this black useless uniform. This useless uniform with useless rag you wear on your body. It make you more Nigerians or more superior to other Nigerians? Is it not Nigerians that give you this uniform? Is it not the same Nigeria that are paying you for this useless uniform that you wear? You call yourself a police commissioner or a director of nonsense? There is no police in Europe that can come out and begin to speak this rubbish. Because every man has right. As the government have right to the resources of the nation, so the people have right over the resources of the nation. Because it belongs to every one of us. Are you saying we should live as slaves because you and the government are sharing the wealth? Therefore, no other person matters? And in another term, okay, the government themselves are organizing a counter protest. Why are you not calling these people? Why are you not calling them criminals? Those who want to counter the protest, why are you not calling them robbers? Or because they are working for you, because they are working in favor of Tinubu, because they are working in favor of the government, because they are working in favor of the police, because they are working in favor of the army. Therefore, they are not criminals. Even when those that are under you, the police that are under you, even when they become robbers, demanding money from every corner to every corner with taxi drivers and buses, because they are hungry. So which means themselves they are criminals. Then that criminality, we're going to see. Better get yourself ready so that when you kill all the Nigerians, we will see. Because if you kill one person, then you're ready for it. It's either you kill all the Nigerians and the whole place become only for police, or the Nigerians remove the police and the Nigeria take back their country. That is how it's going to be. Look at you.
All right. Thank you, Reverend Pete. Thank you so much for being there. You spoke so well, and I believe that most Nigerian youth are inspired by what you laid out. And of course, we are joining the issues of gearing up for this very protest, and especially as we have all known that this is going to be a peaceful protest to show how we feel about the level of hunger and the starvation that is in the land. We understand that Chief Bola Tinubu is also doing his best to reduce this very hunger that we are talking about by the distribution of 5 kg bag of rice, estimated at about 20-something thousand bags per state. And I believe that each state in Nigeria has over 5 million population. So even if we're looking at the downtrodden, the people who cannot afford to eat twice a day or even once, this very rice will not reach them. And of course, it's going through the state governor who know how to distribute things to people who are favorable to their government in the state level. So it means that at the end of the day, these bags of rice will not get to the people who really need them. And those are not going to be enough. So if you are hungry, this is now coming from the Obidient Family TV. Our opinion is that if you are hungry and you want to protest peacefully, come out, join the people who are planning to have a peaceful protest in your area. You must not go to Abuja if you are not in Abuja. If you protest where you are, have your placards ready, show the government that your demand is that this and that and all of that in your area. That would be nice. We also have Charlie Boy, who also said that he believes in the youth and that the police cannot stop this very protest. And I will tell you clearly that if this very planned protest is not agitating the government, if there is no anxiety in their midst, they will not be doing what they are doing now, the distribution of rice that they spoke about since February. But because we are now talking about the end bad governance protest, they have swung into action. Action was immediately taken, distribution trucks going into different parts of the country for food. Of course, let this very food be made ready for the people who are going to produce. Let the federal government also pay bookers that are going to cook on the day of protest for people to actually express themselves peacefully. Those are the things. And your final take on this, Mercy?
Yes, I would say enough of the sharing. Nigeria leaders should create an opportunity for the youth to be employed. There should be an opportunity for the farmers to produce more foods that will be enough for the community and every other person in Nigeria. And also, telling us that we are criminals or calling any sort of name will not stop the protest. And I will also join my voice with you from the Obidient Family TV and say that this protest will work. And if you are not part of the bad government, if you are not supporting this bad government, and if it is that you are actually part of this end bad government in 2024, come out, let's do this together and achieve this change that we want.
Join the planning in your local area.
Exactly.
Make sure that it is peaceful.
Exactly.
Put your placards in order.
Exactly.
And of course, arrange the bookers that will cook food for people also to eat, because it's going to be a marathon.
Exactly.
From 1st up till on the 10th of August. Exactly. If the government are working theirs, I think they should be talking about providing security to follow the people to their protestation points where they submit their letters instead of threatening. Can you imagine calling Nigerian youths criminals, calling the unemployed youths? He is employed as a result of him working for the police. He's a police commissioner, and he's saying that it's unemployed youths that are now going ahead with this very protest. Let's even agree with him. But those are unemployed people are the people who are lacking food to eat.
Of course.
Thank you so much, viewers, for joining us at this very hour. And we believe that we'll continue to be the voice for the voiceless and the Obidient Family Cooperative Societies across Nigeria. We'll lend our voice, bring credible opposition to the bad policies of this present government. Until tomorrow, when we come your way again. Bye for now.